What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. I hope Tuesday Reset is treating everybody fantastic. We only got one more week until Witch Queen, and it is going to be so good. I cannot wait for all the content, help you guys out, make some guides for everybody. I just love doing it, love helping fellow Guardians out. So thank you for always coming back and checking out the channels, giving the videos love. Subscribing to the channel means so much to me, so I really do appreciate that, and just can't say thank you guys enough. So thank you so much, and let's get into today's video, going over the legendary campaign, and if people should be grinding this out immediately, waiting for your level to get changed a little bit, and go back after you run through the missions once, so you have a better idea of what's coming. But we have a definitely a good bit of hard content coming out with the legendary campaign. So right here, the rewards for completing the missions at the legendary difficulty. We will get double chest rewards, offering 1 to 3 extra chests per mission. Each of these chests will give world pool gear, which is going to be a 50 plus weapons and armor that we are going to be able to obtain. We get XP, upgrade modules, and glimmer. Legendary players will also be able to earn the new Throne World armor from Savathun's Throne World and unlock it at faster rates. Basically, they're saying the higher risk, higher reward, which is pretty typical within Bungie mechanics. Doing a GM, you get adept, you know, everything like that. But this legendary difficulty for the campaign is definitely going to be a game changer for solo players and fire teams alike. So right here, the unique rewards is kind of what's causing the dichotomy of should you grind beforehand, should you do some preps, should you get ready for that soft cap, get up to it quickly or not, using the moon strat, using paraversal hauls, little things like that. So let's get through these. The new emblem, exclusive for those who complete the legendary difficulty campaign. Triumphs for our new seal, our new title for Throne World. Right here, the most important one, a set of gear 20 above the soft cap at the power cap already of 1520. So that means you're only going to have to grind pinnacle for that last 10 light level that our Guardians need, which is kind of crazy. For the people that finish this fast, you're going to be at the power cap immediately and not have to do any of the prep really. But I still think doing the prep is super important with the other things, like I said, grabbing those paraversal hauls, saving certain things, getting exotics now, everything like that. For our upgrade modules right here, we get 8 of them, nothing too crazy. We do get the chance to get the new exotics from the Witch Queen, for those new exotic armor pieces for our Guardians, which are usually only in the lost sectors. So that's going to be a super fun way to get the legendary exotics faster for Witch Queen than having to wait and grind out those legendary and master lost sectors whenever they happen to pop up for that certain gear set. We also get exclusive Bungie rewards, which there is more to come in the future on that. Now, this is a big question. Some players have been asking if this difficulty is to be feared. So the expectations are going to be harder than a legendary Nightfall, which means it's going to be like a Master Nightfall level content, but it's going to be easier than going through like a solo dungeon or running a GM. Now, the enemies will be more difficult, more aggressive, and have higher damage resistance, and then more challenging to stagger with higher shields when you don't have that damage type that matches. So solar on solar, stasis on stasis. So it's basically just harder content of the same missions. The challenge for the legendary also comes from switching up enemy interactions and infiltrations, like swapping out an elite for a boss or having an influx of red bar enemies. So we either are going to have a lot more ads in areas, or they're going to trade out a orange bar knight for a yellow bar knight and have a little bit more of a boss mechanic to areas. So I definitely think going in here solo is going to be super difficult for the average player that doesn't have the gear prepped and equipped, exotics ready, everything like that. It's going to definitely be challenging, so there's going to have to be other ways for them to get up to the soft cap instead of just grinding through it and getting that 1520 power gear immediately. So another ideal thing that I love that Bungie did this is over the level cap for this content, you are capped at a certain power for each mission. So similar to the raid contest mode, like they said, all Guardians have an even playing field to afford feeling like they have to grind up to a certain level to be able to do the mission. The mission launch screen will have a skull displaying each mission's max efficiency power. So one mission might be 1500, one mission might be 1510, you know, stuff like that. So you'll have to see per mission what the most effective power is. So if it is 1500, anything above 1500, if you're 1520, let's say, somehow already, that extra 20 power won't affect how enemies hit you and how you hit enemies back. So it says if you're under leveled, be prepared for a bit of a tough fight. It's going to be super interesting to see how challenging this endgame content is. So they are giving solo players a little bit of an advantage here, saying that enemy damage and health scales matching your fire team, it won't be 1-to-1. So if you have 3 people in your fire team, certain enemies will have more health, and then damage will be increased on top of you a little bit more. Like they said, maybe not triple the boss health, just because that would be miserable to go up against, but it'll be increased compared to doing it solo. So definitely some interesting things. Maybe you want to grind the solo or go in with your god tier, you know, 3-man stack that you go through all your content with. But it does say that even the most skilled 3 stacks will have to be on their ornamented toes. So it's going to be definitely challenging content. Finally, right here, for those people who do not want to go through the difficulty right away or find it too overwhelming, you have the option to leave missions and relaunch through the Destiny settings. Some players will want to focus more on the story than sweat for it their first run, so they're giving us an option, a little node on our maps that we'll be able to go to and rerun all of the Witch Queen campaign missions on classic or legendary mode after you have beaten the mission once. So if you go through once just normally, like a lot of people are going to do, just go through all the missions normally, let it progress as average just like it always does, then you can get a feel for how the missions play out. Go back in later and do them on your legendary difficulty to get some of those exclusive rewards in the emblems, triumphs, some of the extra gear and stuff like that. Grinding up to the power level of 1520, I think, is going to be worth it for some of the hardcore grinders and gamers for Destiny. If you're very into the game, definitely go for the legendary. I think it's going to be a super fun challenge for those that are going for it, but don't let it stress you out because not everybody needs to do it. There's a lot of other ways to get to the soft cap quickly and progress past that up to the powerful cap of 1520 easily within the first week without having to do the legendary campaign and stress yourself out by seeing others complete it and get that 1520 gear off the rip. I'm telling you, it'll be worth it for those that are going for it, but like it says, don't stress out. You can go ham or don't. It's totally your choice. If you have the time and the fire team and the exotics and the gear, definitely go for it. I mean, why not? The rewards are worth it, but like it says, don't stress yourself out for this one. It will be able to be replayable on the legendary difficulty after you've beat them on the normal version, so don't sweat it too much. Don't sweat it too much. Just play it normally, go your own grind, have fun doing it, and then afterwards go on your legendary difficulty, especially for those people that can only play 1-2 hours a week. You know, you don't need to grind out some crazy hard content and only be 3 missions in after the first week if you don't have the time. So that's it for me. Definitely, if you guys want to, go for it. It'll be worth it in the end for the legendary, but if you aren't a hardcore gamer, if you're just here for fun, just doing it, you know, on your free time, just an average gamer, definitely would suggest just going through the classic mode, going through it normal, doing your thing, getting to soft cap on, you know, the linear path that it usually takes you to get there anyways, doing the story missions. So thank you guys so much again for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.